So the Pixel 10 launch event is set for August 20th, and as of the recording of this video, that's a little over a month away. And I gotta say, I'm pretty excited. I think the Pixel 10 is going to be, overall an iterative but good upgrade over the Pixel 9 Pro. It's been a bit of a slow go from Google. It's taken a few years for them to kind of iron out the kinks with the Pixel devices. The Pixel 6 wasn't that good of a device, admittedly. I had a Pixel 6 and ended up getting rid of it just because it seemed like I was having to charge it all the time. I had a Pixel 7 for a short period of time, and that was a good step forward, but it still had a decent amount of issues of its own. I skipped the Pixel 8, but from the reviews I watched, it was pretty good overall. Google definitely ironed a lot of things out with the Pixel 8 series devices, and then came the Pixel 9 series, which is the first time Google has done a smaller Pro device, which is what I have here, the Pixel 9 Pro. And I've been back using this phone for a few days, and I'm just kind of itching to get back to that device because, Pixel OS is not my favorite. I think it's okay, but it just lacks in some areas. But there are people out there who really like Pixel OS and really enjoy it. And for me, I will be getting the Pixel 10 Pro or Pro XL. You guys can go vote on the community tab, so go check that out, put in your vote. What should I get, Pixel 10 Pro or Pro XL? But if you guys haven't seen my last video on the leaked Geekbench scores for the Tensor G5 in the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, make sure you go check that out. But it looks like in terms of CPU horsepower, it's going to be around the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which is a good step up from the Tensor G4. Now, my experience with the Pixel 9 Pro, personally, I would say it's not been as good as my OnePlus 12 or my OnePlus 13. I'm just having issues on the Pixel that I feel like shouldn't be happening. And again, this will vary from person to person and their use case. But for the past few days that I've been back on the Pixel 9 Pro, I've had issues with my keyboard just freezing up in the Messages app while I'm typing, and I end up having to swipe up to go to my recents, and it won't even let me swipe up to exit the app. So I have to tap the icon, go to app info and force close, and then go back into Messages, and that's what fixes the keyboard. I've had that happen a number of times. I've also had issues where I go into YouTube, my home page or subscriber page just won't even load. I have to swipe up, go to recents, swipe to exit, and relaunch the app. I had an issue the other day where like the entire launcher just wasn't there. I had no icons, no anything, and I had to restart the device. And I just recently factory reset this because I was on the Android 16 QPR1 beta 2.1, I think, and I was just having awful battery drain in standby, so I decided to factory reset and go back to, this is still Android 16, as you can see down here, but it's not the Material 3 Expressive just yet. So whatever was going on with that beta, with the standby battery drain, that's been resolved. But funny enough, these issues with the launcher and the keyboard and Messages and the YouTube pages not loading, I wasn't having those issues on the Material 3 QPR beta. And so I've had a lot of Pixel devices over the years, the Pixel 6, Pixel 7, as I was saying, even going back as far as the Pixel 2 XL. I had a Pixel 2 XL for 2 years, or maybe a little over 2 years. And then I went to, oddly enough, I think it was the first Pixel A device Google came out with, the Pixel 3a XL. That was a bit of a side grade, but at the time I just wasn't much of an enthusiast with smartphones as I am now. So admittedly, the Pixel 3a XL was a bit of a side grade from the 2XL, but it was still a good device. And then after my Pixel 6 experience, I went to iOS for, I think, right at 2 years. I had an iPhone 13, so nothing special, but that was a really good phone now that I think about it. I mean, iOS has its shortcomings compared to Android, and looking back, I'm not sure how I was so happy with iOS for so long, but my iPhone 13 experience was very, very good. And so then, of course, I had a Pixel 7 for a short amount of time. Ended up just realizing, hey, I don't like Pixel OS. Skipped over the Pixel 8 series because I still just wasn't very intrigued by the Pixel. And then I ended up with the Pixel 9 Pro, and aside from the software issues that I've had, this does have absolutely fantastic build quality. It feels great in the hand, super, super premium. In my personal opinion, I do think it feels better in the hand than the OnePlus 13, but that is a bigger device. And this is personal preference, but I do love the total flat slab design. Absolutely love these flat edges, the flat back, the flat screen. It just, and Pixel has its own distinct look, that camera visor, and pretty much the Pixel 10 devices are going to look identical, and honestly, I'm okay with that. because the Pixel has its own look nowadays. I don't think there's going to be much change with the cameras, and I'm okay with that as well. And I also don't expect the screen to be much of an upgrade, but that's kind of the case year to year with smartphones. It's not a big upgrade. It's only worth upgrading every few years, but I'm just excited to see that Google, at least in terms of the CPU performance, is going to be not 2 years behind anymore like they were before. Now they're just pretty much going to be like a year behind Qualcomm and MediaTek in terms of CPU performance. Now, in terms of the GPU, we haven't seen much on that, so the GPU could be quite a bit worse than Qualcomm and MediaTek. But kind of on that topic, of the GPU and gaming performance, one of my favorite games on mobile is Monopoly Go and Subway Surfers, and the Pixel 9 Pro has had some lag in Monopoly Go, and I'm not sure how or why, but it's just not happened on my OnePlus device. And maybe I'm missing something, maybe I'm wrong, but Monopoly Go just doesn't seem like that intense of a game. But I've had stutter. When I hit the go button and my little board piece moves, that's when the lag happens. And it's usually kind of like when I first boot up the game, you've got all these ads popping up trying to get you to buy stuff, and you just exit out of them. But once the game is like loaded and ready to go and start playing, and I hit go, my board piece has lagged, a couple times while playing, and I'm not sure exactly why that's happening. But Google does need to have better performance, better optimization, and you think it would be better given this is Google, right? Google makes Android. This is stock Android, right? Pixel OS, it's kind of went through a bit of a rebrand. Some people call it Pixel OS. Some people call it stock Android. You can call it whatever you want, but you think it would be the most optimized, but that's not always the case. This is just Google's way that they think Android should be on their devices. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for the Pixel 10 Pro and Pro XL. Even the Pixel 10 is rumored to have 3 cameras, so I'm definitely satisfied with the build quality here on the Pixel 9 Pro, and I think it will be the same on the Pixel 10 series. I'm interested to see what colors they do. I would like a red or a blue colored phone. I can't remember, was it the Pixel 8, maybe even the 9? They did a really nice blue looking color, and so I'm excited to just get something different besides this black color. Not that it doesn't look sleek, because it does, but yeah, I'm excited for the Pixel 10 series. Even though it may not be the phone primarily in my pocket, I think Google has been on the right track, and it seems like they're listening to the fan base. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.